This is a follow-up video to the one I already made about being in Ajijic. And it's a video to explain why when so many people love this area, I've decided it's not really for me and I'm going to keep on looking for another place to settle. We've spent a total of just over a month in the area, first in town, Ajijic, and then a bit out of town. I've had a chance to explore some of the other towns around the lake, like Chapala town and Hocotepec. They all have their charms, and I'm glad to have been able to experience a little bit of them. But these are 7 reasons why I'm going to keep on looking for a hometown in Mexico after this. It might not sound like a big deal, but for me, the cobblestone roads are an issue. I walk a lot and I take my dogs for at least 2 walks a day, so it was really uncomfortable in Ajijic, where there seems to be mainly old, rough cobblestone roads everywhere. It's very easy to twist your ankle or take a tumble on these roads, and I kind of already have my hands full with these 2 canines, especially when a street dog comes running up or there's no sidewalk. It's hard on the car as well. Number 2 is the weather. I've been hearing for years how this area has the best weather in the whole world. And then when I got here, I was told that May is the worst month to come because of the heat. Not only that, but it's been a record hot year for many parts of Mexico. The sky is hazy with heat, everything is dry, and the mountains look scorched and dead. I know this may change when the rain starts, but to me and the dogs, this is not perfect weather. Number 3, the locals don't seem too happy. Of course, some are happy, and plenty say they are very happy to be living here, but I found a level of grumpiness online that's extraordinary in local Facebook groups. There's a very unfriendly element here, and if you don't believe me, go ask a few basic questions online in these groups. I was in a market. I saw an old American man demanding some product from a young woman employee in English. She looked intimidated and fearful. I know there are many wonderful people here, and I did not meet them. I'm sure that's the case, but overall, I didn't get a good impression. Number 4 is congestion. This is the low season in May, and it can be trafficy and congested sometimes anyway. I guess that's just natural when you have an influx of people into a small town. When thousands of snowbirds come in the fall and winter, I have heard that the traffic is an absolute mess. Number 5, it's expensive. When I went to the vet, or I should say when the vet made 3 house calls in La Manzanilla to see Vigo, it was less than half of what the vet charged me here with just 1 office visit. Real estate and rentals are more expensive than many other parts of Mexico, and I'm disappointed when I look online. And food is pretty crazy at the markets, Walmart, Soriana.
I've got to learn to shop more like a local, but this is not the optimal place to do it because they've made it so convenient for us gringos. It's hard not to go and shop there, but it's quite an increase in price.
If you're like me, you like to know how much things cost around the world. So I'm going to put a screen at the end of the video showing what I bought and how much it cost here in Mexico. So if you like that sort of thing, look at the screen at the end. Number 6, it's not beautiful here to me. The lake is very low and very polluted. The hillsides look like all the trees are dead. The air is hazy and hot. I'm not sure if that is some of Guadalajara's air pollution floating over here or not. Yes, some of the towns are cute and the areas have some charming features and beautiful neighborhoods, but I would never be able to afford living there. Number 7, the amount of Americans, Canadians, and I hear Europeans has visibly changed the culture in this part of Mexico.
Lots of signs in English. It's a very international community here.
I'm not necessarily saying that's bad. I'm just saying it's different than other towns that have less foreign immigration. I love Mexico and I want to learn more about the culture and the language and the traditions here. I think that would be harder here in the Lakeside area. I may get some flack from those who like it here, and I know it's not the best time of year to visit. These are just one woman's personal opinions based on a very short time here. If I was seriously considering moving to this area, I would look more deeply into things like crime rates and infrastructure. Why is it that there's so much sewage flowing into the lake? Does the electrical grid have enough resources to provide for so many people? What is the crime rate really like here? These are things I would look into if I was going to make this area my permanent home for sure. There's also a very serious question about whether local Mexicans want foreigners in their town. Up till now, it seems like it's been a good experience for a lot of people on both sides, but there's some rumbling on the internet mostly about what happens when too many foreigners move to a place in Mexico. Gentrification is a serious problem, and some people really don't want any more foreigners here. So if that's the case in a town that you're looking at, you should really know about it. There's only one way for you to know if this kind of place is for you or not, and that is to be here. No matter how many people tell you about an area, you can't really get a sense of it until you're here yourself. So if you're seriously thinking about moving to this area, you need to actually come and experience it. As for me, I'm excited to explore more of Mexico. There are so many beautiful places, terrains, pueblos, and people I have yet to meet.